What is good, everyone? Welcome into the GVS Gaming. The weekend is here, so you know what that means. It's time for fun, it's time for shenanigans, and it is time for all things gaming. I'm one of your hosts, Zeke, aka Freaky Zeke, and I'm joined by the beautiful, the talented, and always looking divine, just with one S.
AKA La Cuca Fuerte, AKA your favorite Dominican, AKA the captain of this shit, AKA Papi Fuerte if you're nasty. And you know what time it is. It is show this to Uncle Tola. Tola!
What's poppin', y'all? It's your boy Tola, aka That Zulu, aka African Boombada, King of Wakanda, Princess Munda, Big Raga, the Op Stopper,
I'll
Salt
stop
and
her.
Pepper Poppy, the Silver Assassin, um, Mr. Oh So Happy to be here, and
Mm.
Mr. I feel like the weekend has gone by too damn fast. It's not fair. I need a do over.
It's gonna get hot just like this topic we have this week. We are
Season
doing a
5.
continuation of last week's. If we were the CEO of these companies,
Mm-hmm.
specifically these console companies,
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
Mm-hmm.
mm,
last week we did
console
Xbox.
Mm-hmm.
conglomerates.
hmm This week we're talking about if we were the CEO of PlayStation,
Yes.
Mm,
what would we do? What would the changes? What would be the changes that we would make in this space?
I
Because
I was gonna. Sorry. Go ahead. Sorry, that's me.
go ahead, you got it.
No, I
You
was gonna
ready?
say,
So
if
please.
anything, I would just say I would like to go first because I think I got some things that I got to get off my chest. But
uh-oh,
Oh,
feel
uh-oh,
free to continue, ma'am.
oh
uh-oh.
well, we knew you.
Big time.
You. He said, "I
He
got the
sound like he
big
passionate about
guns."
this shit. Right, the big gun.
Oh, don't worry, I'm
He
passionate
sound
for
passionate about this shit.
the next company. I'm passionate about that. I got words. Okay. Now we're not. I'm.
I
I'm
got
gonna just preface with this. We're not in any sense acting like we know how we would run a big company like these, but
I am. I know how we
oh,
would run it.
period. As
Yep.
as consumers, as their audience, and as people who will probably work in these spaces, we have some thoughts,
Yes.
and
Big
that's
facts.
and the thoughts
Big
that we'll
facts.
begin with is Zeke's thoughts.
Yes.
Okay.
Big
Also,
facts.
chat, please feel free if you, if you also, want to join in, please feel free to say, hey, if I was the CEO of PlayStation, this is what I would do. But for me, I think the biggest thing is we can all agree that PlayStation is
Hmm.
number one in the console battle. Um,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and I think the first thing that I think as PlayStation needs to do is they don't need to rest on their laurels. I think right now they're number one because they're more number one because Xbox has been so bad. Not because, especially like this PS5 generation, for lack of
Uh-huh.
better terms, I think they're number one because of Xbox's missteps, not because of some of their decisions. Because if we want to
Mhm.
look at some of the decisions, when Jim Ryan was in charge and he was like, hey, we're going to come out with 11 live service games and we're going to force every studio to release a live service game. Obviously, in today, we can see that that was not the best decision. It's just
Absolutely
that
not.
Right.
Mhm.
it's just that Xbox made more missteps than PlayStation. So
Okay, so wait, but do you feel like that is the main reason why they're on top? I'm asking the CEO, so I'm a reporter. I'm
Are
holding up the
are you
mic
a
saying, is
reporter?
that the
I
reason why
think
you did that?
Mhm.
I think PlayStation is number one. They have like I think they're riding off the successes that they had in the PS4 era than they have in the PS5 era. Because during the
Hmm.
PS4 era, you had Final Fantasy VII Remake, you had God of War 2018, you had the first Horizon Zero, like you had the franchises that the
Bangers,
franchises in the
bangers,
PS4
bangers.
that have kind of been carrying the PS5's library, like Ghost of Tsushima and you get what I'm saying. I feel like it's the
Yeah.
work of the work from the PS4 era has been carrying the PS5 era, despite and then the like it's partial part of that is part of the success, but also some of the missteps of Xbox have led people to move towards PS5. That's why they're number one. So it's a combination of the two.
Okay.
So
Okay. I respect that. I respect it.
um with that being said, the live service thing has to go. Like
Bruh.
you got rid of one of your best studios, Blue Point, because you forced them to make a live service God of War game that they're used to
The eye
doing
roll.
they're used to doing remakes. You take a studio that's used to doing remakes, and you're like, hey, do this thing you've never done before and make a live service game. Oh, the live service portion is not working. Okay, and it's because of an initiative of of someone from the past. So like one first step, give the studios, allow them to do what they do. Like cancel that live service initiative. If you want live service, you got Bungie for that. You got your Marathon, you got your Destiny. Give them the resources they need to reinvigorize Destiny if that's the decision, and continue to work on Marathon, or find another studio. Like if you want to do acquisition, find another studio that is successful in doing live service games and then have them do a live service game. Don't find a single player studio and then say make a live service game. Unless it's a
Right.
decision they want to do. Bungie started with single player and then they decided to go live service. Don't force it on them. Let them decide if
Mhm.
that's what they want to do.
But what if that studio did decide that?
That's what I'm saying. If they decide, that's what I said. If they decide to do it, let them do it.
But that's what I'm saying. What if Blue Point did decide they wanted to do
That
it?
that wasn't it. They were told to do it because of Jim Ryan's thing that they
I
needed
get it.
11
I get
games,
it.
11 live service games by 2027 or whatever
It's
nonsense.
fucking stupid. It's so stupid.
I think the games also need to come out in a better pace. I think for the first party
Mhm.
studios, it feels like they're coming out but few and far between. Like there's some studios that have been quiet for a while, like Media Molecule, and they made like Dreams and Little Big Planet. There's some of those studios that are very quiet. I don't, I they haven't really even hinted that what they're working on is about to come out soon. So definitely some of those first parties have to start dropping stuff. I think another thing is PlayStation needs a face again. When you used to think about PlayStation, you think about like Shuhei Yoshida and like some of the people, like they used to be the face of PlayStation. Like it was a hangout place. It was like a cool place to be because you had all these
Mhm.
like faces, like like what was the butler guy that was on all the PlayStation commercials that he was like, like energizing the people, and was kind of like, this is what we're doing. PlayStation's presence as like we're the person console, I feel like that's gone, if that makes sense. They need like a face again. It'd be really cool if there's like, oh, this, they had a person come up again and be like, oh, this week at PlayStation, this game is coming out. This game is,
Mhm.
and it was something, not almost like like a mascot for PlayStation itself, but it's like a
Mhm.
person that kind of you can rally around, and it feels like
It felt like a sense of community.
yeah, it almost feels like a sense of community and like humanized again, and not really just like, oh, a PlayStation blog. This is what the cool thing you need to check out. This, like, just more of that.
Interaction
Yeah,
with
more
the people.
interaction with
Yeah.
like the community and the people. It just feels
Like a Jake
very,
from State Farm.
yeah, literally like a Jake from State Farm. Like it just feels very like PlayStation
No.
is like, it's like PlayStation know they at the top, so they're just like, here, peasants, sprinkle you
Not
a
here,
little
peasants.
treat.
Low
Just
key agreeing with
Not
him.
but it's
here,
like,
peasants.
but it's like, oh, here's the little game that you've been waiting for. Go on about your day. Obviously, there's a bunch of stuff, and I say the last thing, I would say, I think, like I was saying earlier, they need to not rest on their laurels. They still need to bring it and still make PlayStation feel like the best place to play. And I think they
Mhm.
need to dive more into those third party games, and then be
Mhm.
like, Hades 2 was exclusive on the Switch first. Dust Bloods is exclusive on Switch 2 first, and it's probably
Yeah.
not going to be a year before you get it. Silk Song was on Xbox exclusive. Expedition 33 is exclusive. Like you have to find these smaller indie games that can
Mhm.
be like system sellers in a sense, and have them be synonymized with PlayStation again. I think we did like we
Xbox. I
had
mean,
it.
Expedition wasn't exclusive.
No, it wasn't exclusive, but you can get it on Game Pass.
Game Pass.
Same
Oh,
thing with Silk Song. You can
oh
get
yeah,
it on
yeah, yeah, I
Game
get you.
Pass. So
Yeah, there's
like
like
I
there's a
get
sense
you.
of exclusivity in
yeah,
that,
so
you
it's like it
know.
kind of is like,
Yeah.
oh, your brain kind of goes
Why would
through
I
this
pay
game.
for it if I can
Yeah, so
Mhm.
just
like
get it for free? I get
PlayStation,
that.
they have PlayStation Plus. Like it'd be great if like they kind of did it with Bloodborne, where Bloodborne was exclusive to PlayStation. You need more like indie system sellers. It'd be really great if you
Yeah,
were able to collab deals to be like have that indie system seller be synonymized with PlayStation versus like
I get
all
that.
the others. So it's like, oh, you get this first here and then you can get it other places later, but originally you're gonna get it on PlayStation. I think they need to do more systems to make you stay in the PlayStation ecosystem. Cause Xbox with Asha Sharma, the new CEO, like
Yeah,
she is
she's trying to get
trying
back to
to
that.
reinvigorize, and if you rest on your
Yeah,
laurels, you can easily fall behind, and then before you know it, you're like, oh, Xbox is running, and then it's too late. It's too late to get your foot back in a race because now you're already
yeah,
behind. Like PlayStation needs to continue to be the place that like they are at the forefront, and they need to start making systems and doing things to bring people together. You already see they're talking about there rumors of a smaller version of Game Pass where it's like 50 games. It's like $6 a month, and you get Discord Nitro as well. PlayStation needs things like that. And if I was CEO, this is my final thing. If I was CEO, PlayStation, and like this is will be like the boot on the neck type of deal.
mm,
PlayStation is also owned by Sony. Sony owns Crunchyroll. I would do a PlayStation Premium and Crunchyroll collab and like Crunchyroll like bundle where it's like if you pay monthly, it's a little bit less, but you get Crunchyroll, you get access to Sony made movies, and you get the PlayStation monthly and whatever. I feel like if you do something like that, people you won't be able to leave. Like you won't be able to leave because you have a
go ahead,
forever
Zeke.
like no, but like for real, how many
Sounds just like
people
a CEO though.
how many people watch anime on Crunchyroll?
All
And
right,
the
a
price
lot,
is getting expensive. It's almost as much as
bro.
Netflix, and it's just anime.
I think it's about at that point. I
Yeah.
think
So now
perhaps.
Mhm.
now
Yeah.
imagine it's like what I think the PlayStation Premium is like like the highest tier is maybe like 100 and something a year. Is like around 100 or something. Maybe like add 50 more bucks to that and you get PlayStation Premium with everything. You get Crunchyroll and you get access to every Sony movie. Tell me that wouldn't be a
Ooh.
thing that keeps people around,
It would,
and
but you
it'll
would
bring
have
value to
to.
the person.
Yeah, but then I feel like that would jump the price up. It would have to jump the price up. You couldn't keep it. It's like to have value for the buck, even if you were going to make it even just a little bit cheaper, I feel like you would still have to jump the price up.
Yeah, that's
Because
what I
just the
said.
costs of everything
I
now
said
is
you
just
add
stupidly
more to the
expensive.
what the premium cost would be, but you're bundling, you're giving them more value out. You're giving them value outside of video games too, because there's a war on people's attention span. You got phones, you got mobile, you got
Mm-hmm.
there's so many different
Mm-hmm.
things. If you could take a couple of those different things outside of the console and give them that value back in the console, like, oh, I'm tired of playing games, I can just go on Crunchyroll on my thing because I got the membership and watch Crunchyroll
Right.
on my PlayStation. Or watch a
Right.
Sony movie on my PlayStation. You're still keeping people in that ecosystem. And then when they're done they go back to the games, it brings added value. That would be my last thing. I am done.
So, as the new CEO of Sony, I would
Mhm.
personally hire Zeke to bring in all of his ideas.
Right.
You get what I'm
Take
saying?
all of
I'm
his
a, that's
ideas, then
that's
fire
my first
him.
stop.
I'm kidding.
Exactly. No, you're right. Fire him and then say I came up with it.
Okay.
Exactly. Big brain. Big brain.
You know what I'm saying? See,
Real
just
quick, real
understand.
quick.
Just
Real quick.
understand.
Let's read the chat. Real
Yeah, that's
quick.
about to start at the top. Yo
Let's
yo,
see.
I don't think that Yo-Yo's statement in regards to being a hot take of you getting tired of live service games. Yo, I'm right there with you. I'm tired of. I was tired of live service games 3 years ago.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
And
yeah,
Dana seconds
100%.
it. Live
I
service.
agree.
Yeah, it's much. It's too much.
I
Also,
think
Yeah, there's too much stuff going
making
on.
you pay for online play is like
Yeah.
yeah,
that's one thing that's just we never had to do that, and
especially
all of
with
a sudden, go ahead.
no, I was gonna say especially with new competition like Steam. Yeah, that the next PlayStation has to have free online play.
Got to, and that's why I would do it.
I
Senjo
probably could
says,
never do that.
make a PS app for PC. You play your PS games and have better remote play. That's for one.
Mm.
Facts. Dana
True.
said Jake from State Farm when
Yep.
you were trying to think of like the mascot.
Yeah,
Senjo said two, have better contracts with studios and not be money hungry.
facts.
I agree with that.
That was actually going to be my point. Uh,
I agree with that.
Senju said three, implement more Discord or third party app features.
Yeah, just like what Zeke was saying. Yeah,
Yeah.
just like what Zeke was saying. Yeah.
Yo-Yo said they put Silksong in there for people to pay for their Game Pass. I mean, but that's the point.
Yeah.
How much was Silk Song? Silk Song was like $20, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
And then like Game Pass was like 30 something. So
No,
yeah,
Well,
Game Pass.
that Silk Song
Game
came
Pass
out
is like
before. Well,
30
Silk
something
Song came out before they jumped it to 30.
before. Oh, okay.
Mm.
It was still 20 something. No, it was 19.99
Okay.
before the 30 jump, right?
It was
No,
19.
I
It
feel
was,
like you because I feel like right now it's sitting at like $22. They jumped it back
they
somewhat.
jumped it down.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I thought it was
They
I
dropped
could have
it.
swore it was like 30 and then they bumped it up to
That was
like
at the
Yeah,
end.
it was
That
like
was the
$29.99. It was
37. Yeah.
$29.99.
Okay.
Was for
Okay.
like the ultimate pass or whatever.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's finish reading Senju's because he got a whole list going on in
Hey,
here.
we love it. We love it.
See, yeah, we again. I'm hiring Senja as well as Zeke.
He said four, end the stupid console wars with Microsoft and work with them. Five, bring back AA game prices. Six, give
True.
studios extension on game releases so they can make the game properly. All right.
I like the I like Senjo's point in regards to working with Xbox. Do I think that it's viable? I don't think so. Because remember, like what Marvel and Sony when it came to Spider-Man, like at one point in time they were ready to like
Mm,
have at it, and Spider-Man wasn't going to be in any of the the Avengers type stuff, and it wasn't until
mm.
the outcry of the people, right? Because Sony was like, "Oh no, we need more money," and Marvel was like, "No, we're not giving you no extra money. We want to keep majority of it." So it's like that whole fight. I don't see those two studios ever
I
being able
I
Yeah.
can
to
see them
fully
I can see
collaborate.
them collaborating more when it comes to games that have multiplayer. So for instance, like if it's a like Helldivers 2, I can see Helldivers 2 launching on PC, Xbox, and PlayStation at the same time, or like like a Gears of War. But in terms of like single player, I still think even though people don't like them, I think exclusives from the business sense are still important, and
Yeah.
there's evidence of that in Xbox. Kind of like
But how would you?
if there's a
I'm sorry,
multi
my bad. Zeke. Go ahead.
if there's multiplayer, make it console adjacent so that everybody can play it, like a Helldivers 2. But
Yeah,
if it is your God of War Ragnarok, your Halo, like that should be like that's your system seller. That should always be exclusive. Like
but then
Last
how
of
do
Us should
you?
not be on Xbox. Last of Us should
Right,
always
but
be exclusive.
how do you do it where you don't? Because like I feel like Xbox may do multiplayer very well. They do PC stuff very well because that's their realm, right? That's why Sony basically said we're stepping back from that. We're not going to be doing that because they just don't do it well. So how do you keep the edge that you may have in one area without giving the secret sauce to someone else if you're collaborating? Because
Because
they're gonna.
you're
It's
not,
like,
but collaborating it's not really collaborating. It's more so you're allowing Xbox players to play a game that you create, a multiplayer game. So like you're not
oh,
giving them
I feel
trade
like they've already been
secrets.
doing that. Then I feel
Yeah,
like they've already been doing that.
I mean more or less.
All right, Tola, what would you do if you were the CEO of PlayStation?
Okay. Um, I would basically first implement mandatory naps for everyone because I just feel like everybody just be cranky as hell. They
Right,
need
right, right.
mandatory naps. The other thing that I would actually do, a lot of the points that Zeke made basically kind of hit with some of the stuff that I was saying.
Mhm.
I feel like yes to the exclusivity of the games that you have. Definitely get rid of the live service. Do like a live service every fucking 6 years. You know what I'm saying? Just
Mhm.
boop,
Mhm.
put one out there just so you can keep your name relevant in live service somewhat, right? But focus more on your bread and butter, what you currently have. I do feel like they need to get back into the PC area. So Sony is taking their hat out of the game for PC. They're like, we're not even worried about it because their ports for PC have been shit. So I feel like that is an area that you are missing out on because although your consoles are powerful, when you have something like Steam and you have something like Xbox that not only have a console but then also are in the PC market, you have that extra way of someone to now basically dive into the ecosystem that you've created. So I feel like definitely have to get back into it. Just figure out why your PC ports are shit and fix it. You know what I'm saying? At first, I did feel like they needed to manage the studios better after the whole Blue Point situation. But I feel like there's always his story, her story, and then the truth. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you never really know what may have went on behind the door, behind closed doors. Because at first we were like, why won't you let them make Bloodborne? What's wrong with you? You're so stupid. And then Sony basically kind of let it slip that we wanted to make Bloodborne. We were told no by the creator. So we wanted to push that to Blue Point, but they told us no. So then you were just like, oh, so Sony's not as dumb as we thought they were. So I feel like pouring into those studios that are going to be able to now um, get you the bangers. I disagree with Zeke in regards to the having them just focus on their bread and butter. I feel like you can give certain studios a shot at something new, and they may do it better than what you expected.
Mhm.
Right? Black Myth Wukong, case in point, the studio that basically made Black Myth Wukong did mobile games. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, they went from making mobile games to this freaking beautiful masterpiece of a game. You know what I'm saying? Because they basically took a chance in regards to it. So
Mhm.
that's the second point. Uh Third point, I would definitely say um I would say to win back the people, cut the price of what you're basing. It's like you have to find somewhere to cut the cost, right?
Mhm.
The cost of making the cost of a PlayStation now has gone up by what? Another $100, $150, I think it is for the no disc one, almost $200 for the disc one, but it's the exact same hardware. You know what I'm saying? It's like
Mhm.
I'm not getting anything new that justifies me paying almost a G for that when I can just go and get a PC for that.
Them
You know what I'm
Right.
RAM,
saying? A
them RAM
decent,
tariffs.
yeah, bruh, yeah. But then I'm like, the price of RAM is gonna come down now. So what y'all gonna do? Y'all gonna walk back that price? And you know, Sony be stubborn. Them motherfuckers be like, nope, we set the price, we set the price, and they
I
did that,
mean,
and it almost killed the PS4 at one point in time, and they had to walk it back.
yeah, I think to your point, a lot of
Mm-hmm.
companies, even in the point where it's like there is a scarcity or there's fear like around a certain thing, they take advantage of that because they know people are going to,
Yeah, they
even
have
if
a
they're
hundred
not
percent.
in that predicament, they will take advantage of
100%.
people and run their pockets so they can get extra profit.
So
I
they can
don't
get
think
extra
So,
profit.
rarely ever does a company, roll back their prices once the scarcity is over. Look at
mhm,
Yeah.
gas. How when in the early 2000s when gas jumped to $2, no, we couldn't
Mm-hmm.
get gas. It was, and then all of a sudden
Yeah.
everything went quiet. And we still had gas, and
Exactly.
gas just stayed the same price. Nothing went down.
Exactly.
It never goes down.
I also will say, as the
mhm,
CEO, I would kill the whole DLC
mhm.
paying for DLC shit. I would dead that. That wouldn't be a thing. You're literally telling me I'm gonna pay $70 for a game, and then you now release more of the game, and I gotta pay you extra $20 to play the rest of the fucking game. Have you
Yeah,
lost your mind? Have you lost your mind? And then, God
that's
forbid,
fair.
it's one of them games where you now be like, oh, we got 3 more DLCs down the pipeline, and all of them are $20. You know what I'm saying? It's like you basically have. It's like you put me on a payment plan for the game. The fuck? Absolutely not.
I
Just
mean,
like they got the
Absolutely
carrot
not.
over your
Yeah.
head. Yep,
I'm
They're like,
I'm cool with the DLC if
nah,
it's bringing new
nah.
content. The thing that I don't like is the content pack where it's like, oh, you get a new skin and a couple other things, but the game is exactly still the same. I get no new
yeah,
story,
Bringing
no
new,
new.
but bringing new content, Zeke, it's like basically sitting there saying that I paid for a T-shirt and you basically charged me $20 to get the other sleeve because you're like,
I
you want the
I
other
mean,
don't feel
sleeve?
like
It's
that's the
coming in the
same.
that
DLC.
yeah, I don't think
I
that's
feel
the
like
same
that's
because you're
literally what I feel like it
making,
is.
but you're making more content for the person, and
Yeah,
you
that's
still
like if
need to
there's
get the
a
value of that back. That's
yeah,
But you're
there's
giving
like
me
it's
what
like
more story? You're not changing the game.
okay, but you went and saw Wakanda too, right?
You said what happened?
If you see Wakanda the first movie
Yeah,
and they come out with another movie, that's more
yeah,
content. So it's like
right.
the
But that's a
continuation of
whole other. But that's a whole other thing. I'm like, if you bring out
so is the
God of War,
DLC.
no. But that's what I'm saying, Jess. It's not
I feel like you're gonna
because
reflect and be like, actually, yes.
no, because
I feel like this is
the
one
reason
of
I'm
the
saying that
moments.
is it's like for example, like one of like if God of War, right? Beautiful game, God of War Ragnarok came out, and then they gave me a DLC, which they did. They gave a DLC, and Sony was pushing for them to make the DLC um uh paid. They-
Sorry.
Sony was making for the DLC to be paid, and Corey Barlog, I think that's his last name. I apologize if I said it incorrectly. He pushed for. He was like, no. He was like, we're not going to do that. They made the DLC free. They gave you more. They gave you so much more of the story. You got a little bit more of the answers. You got the different things. You know what I'm saying? And then they didn't charge you for that extra bit of the story that you're now getting from the story that they already had. Black Myth, they sat there and said that they had 22 chapters. They said that the game would have been massive and they couldn't do it.
Ay.
So they took it out and they were like, we're gonna basically give it to you in a DLC, a free DLC, mind you, but a DLC nonetheless. I'm
Right.
like, if you take an entire section of the game that you couldn't fit in there and just put it over there at 22, good lord.
Mhm,
If you basically take it and put it in a part 2, a whole entire other game
mhm.
that steps up more of the story like God of War did, I'm okay with that. But DLC, you're just giving me a little bit more of the story from the game I've already given you my $70. I don't like it. You're a thief. You should be
You know
ashamed of
what?
yourself.
You, this is your CEO plan. This is how you would
Mhm,
change it.
mhm.
But I could get behind you. I could get behind you behind that thought
as a
process. Though I could,
consumer,
I appreciate that.
as a
right, as a
consumer, sounds
consumer,
As
great.
a consumer,
As a
sounds
sounds
business
great.
owner,
amazing.
not smart, not good.
How? How? It definitely
Look,
works, those
your
Z's.
t-shirt analogy, trash. I just want to put that out there.
How's that trash?
It's
That's
still
no,
trash. Anyways,
it's accurate.
continue.
Okay.
Continue.
Now I would then, basically as a
Mhm,
CEO, sell
mhm.
people T-shirts with one sleeve missing, and then give it to them as a DLC later on. No. Okay, so the last point I would basically do,
Mhm.
um, 100%. Yeah, say, fuck the console wars, bro. I'm gonna make my joint. You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna be beautiful, and y'all gonna love it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not worried about what they doing over there. I'm worried about what I got over here. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Facts. That's
Okay.
it. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get everybody raises, make sure that they paid well, so we retain
Okay.
them and we keep them. And
Yeah, yeah,
stop all
yeah.
that closing to the studio nonsense. You know what I'm saying?
That was my first point.
Boom. Oh, stop the
You
studio, closing
segued
to the
right into my
studios.
first point.
Because we're
Stop.
both freaking amazing CEOs. You're
No, I'm a
welcome,
different
Jess.
CEO. Anyway,
I'm a hire Jess as well,
and then
but I'm
fire
not. Gonna,
me.
I'm not gonna fire Jess. I won't fire Jess.
Period.
Jess
Don't
is
worry,
awesome. I
babe. I'm
won't
gonna
fire
That's
keep
her.
the roof
wild.
over our head.
Thank you, thank you. Just to
Um,
catch you up, and we are just having a fun discussion. And it is if we were CEO of PlayStation, we would,
mhm.
how would we fix it? What
Like,
would we
how
do
would you
different?
fix it?
What would
Yeah.
what would you do if you were able to be CEO of PlayStation?
CEO Kuka.
All right, I'm gonna keep it simple.
Mhm.
Um,
Let me take notes.
no one's playing for online play. We're not doing that. Okay.
Okay.
We're as CEO, I think that you if you have Wi-Fi, you can connect with your friends. Period. And I'm not gonna charge you to an extra arm and a leg to do that. I would find a way to cut costs on PS Plus because I feel like PS Plus has no benefit.
Yeah.
Whatever, like, I don't know what the other thing is. It's called like PS Plus, and then there's like this other thing now. I can't remember. Do you guys know?
What
Um,
what is repeated
Like
again?
the different tiers that they have?
I don't remember the
Oh, for the
different
PlayStation?
tiers.
Yeah. They
Yeah,
have it's like I can pull it up. I can
yeah,
pull it up
pull it up real
right here.
quick.
And
Okay,
So
the
they have
essential,
essential,
yeah,
extra, premium, or deluxe.
period. So
Ooh,
I'm
all of
cutting all that bullshit off.
them.
And
Facts.
I just want it to be one single thing. Like I don't feel like there is a necessity to have like essentials extra. You're you're basically, I would be a terrible CEO because I'm not gouging people. Like I'm just not.
Mm,
Um
mm,
so I'm cutting off that, and I'm gonna make one PS Plus, bring it back to being PS Plus, setting one fixed price, whether you could do it yearly or switch it to monthly, and I would include it to have like all the games, all your library, like free, right? Like that's all
mm.
going to be inclusive. And then on top of that, like Zeke was saying, add Crunchyroll. And I think it would be really cool because he was talking about Sony. You would add exclusivity with giving people previews of what's coming down the Sony pipeline. And then
Mhm.
also giving
I
people
like that.
discounts on the accessories that we have because
Hmm.
you are a premium member.
Hmm. I like that.
That's what I would
How would
do.
you be considered a premium member though?
Well, I mean, like if you sign up for like PS Plus,
Oh, just for like that, just because. Oh, so the one tier that you have gives
yeah,
you the
those
justification for the
benefits.
cost, gives you all the benefits. I like that. Let me
Yeah.
write that down. Write that down.
That's crazy about you. Um Also, if you can't afford, like if you can't do the PS Plus,
Hmm.
then the games that you do have, cuz I was reading what Ant said,
Yeah.
and it was something that I was thinking about too cuz I remember like not all of a sudden not able to play my game that I could play offline. Now I
Yeah.
got to have a certain feature to play my game that I purchased offline. That's an offline game. All I need is my Wi-Fi. Yeah. If it's a game that's an offline game, you don't need Wi-Fi. All the content um is on the game or CD. You don't have to worry about like paying an extra fee for that.
So you had one of the best points. I feel like all three of us, all like especially me and Zeke, should have had that one in regards to um
Bundling?
no, the games, making so that you don't have to be online to play a goddamn game.
Yeah,
I
cuz
hate that shit.
the
That means you don't
evolution
own it.
of us gaming, exactly. I understand like we're getting digital and like
you
the
shouldn't
point
have to
of
be
them,
online to play a single player game.
yeah, you
Hmm.
shouldn't have to. You shouldn't have to. There shouldn't have to be any requirements for you to play a game that's already completed.
Exactly. It don't make no
Okay?
sense.
That game is done, is for us. They didn't make it for you. Okay? Let go. Let go and breathe.
Facts. That's mine.
Control freak. See, the C in CEO stands for control. Um
Basically.
yeah,
Um.
I think the other thing that I would do also is I would really lean, like how you were saying, lean on indie studios. But I'm
Mhm.
gonna say that for every topic, okay? Lean on indie because indie got the stories, indie got the sauce.
Yes.
Yeah.
Believe and believe in these studios, bruh. Give them
Yeah.
give them fair contracts, like I said during the Xbox one. Give them fair contracts. If they can walk away, let them walk away. Let it just be a collaboration between you two, not Shout out to Noodle Cat
Shout out to
Games.
Little
What's
Cat
poppin', Noodle
Games.
Cat Games? What's good?
Yes, thank you for coming in. We appreciate you because you do have the sauce. We support all things indie and we appreciate you. Definitely shout
We
out to
truly
them. We
do.
will be playing Cloudheim right after this
Straight up.
topic, and they are the studio that created Cloudheim. So
Yes.
make sure you guys check in on them.
Definitely.
Hey, bestie. You know, you made me lose my train of thought. But yeah, have
But you were talking about kind of pouring more into those
The indie
the the
space.
the indie
yeah,
space, and then giving them those contracts or mutual, it's like mutually beneficial agreements, You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That
you need
you're not
to
basically a slave to the
because
machine now.
the problem is with that is that a lot of time indie studios need the support and they get
100%.
trapped into these contracts with these huge conglomerates these huge corporations, and then they lose that independence that they had when they started,
That made them
that independent,
special.
exactly, the
Yeah.
storytelling, the game design, like the structure of everything that keeps that studio flowing, that small studio, however big or small indie studio can be, they lose their essence, and then we
Yeah.
lose amazing stories that we never get to see, hear, or experience.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. 100%.
So
Like I said,
yeah.
I'm hiring Jess day one. You know what I'm saying, Jess? We can be co-CEOs. We can be co-CEOs over here.
Not
We can
Mm,
co-CEOs.
look, you just want to
hold on,
steal all
Zeke.
my great, you just want
No,
to
no, no.
steal
Wait,
all
wait,
my
wait.
great
Zeke, you
ideas.
can't say anything, Zeke. I've already fired you. I've already officially taken your ideas and fired you. It's
I
Jess
love how I
who's
I
the
added to
already
that
did
president
a
though.
already did a
of the
corporate
family.
takeover. You have no more shares in the company. I did that while you
First
was
off,
sleeping. I have 51%
I
of the
Same
have
company.
son.
See
I
ya.
have already filed a claim that you are lying on your unemployment check. You got fired
That's
for
crazy.
negligence, Zeke. Your check is cut off, brother.
Crazy.
Your check
Thanks
is
for
cut
stopping
off.
by, Noodle Cat Games. We appreciate you
Yes,
for
thank you so
being
much for
here.
popping
As you
in.
can see, we're a trio.
Yes.
Uh,
Yes.
but we're only one of us could play the game right now, so we're really excited about playing that. But we are definitely a group stream, and we've been eyeing y'all for a while. We support what you're
Yes.
doing,
Straight
and we
up.
support every indie studio. So thank you for coming by. But yeah, that's what I would do as a CEO. I think that free donuts, okay,
Free
free,
donuts
free
would be
donuts
nice.
like you were talking about,
Free donuts.
and
Love
free
it.
mental health stipends. How about that? Okay.
Facts.
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 Lord have
Pay
mercy.
full year
Facts.
round for mental health.
Have
That's
a therapist
important.
on staff ready to go at a moment's notice.
Nah, not on staff. Let people go to the places that they're comfortable, that they feel like they can be
You're right.
themselves
That's
and
true.
decompress. Because
Facts.
guess
That's true.
what? People spend more time at jobs than they do with their own family, than raising their children, than living and
Yes.
experience life for themselves. Give them mental health care.
Yes.
Gracias.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yes. Noodle Cat Games
Yes.
agrees. Said yes.
I think they were I think they were responding to
Hey,
I think
same.
that
It
was
still
a
works.
dual yes. I think it was a
Dual
dual
yes.
yes. It
Julia's
worked both
bet
ways.
bet.
Yes. See, look, Noodle Cat said, "Give me a donut and a Prozac anytime I want it free."
Period.
You
Period.
see, you know what I'm saying? That's
Oh
exactly it.
man.
Don't worry. When we officially, take over as CEO of Sony, we'll make some
We
changes.
got you.
We got you. We
We
got you,
We're just
got
Noodle
you.
gonna
Cat.
be
Don't
a
worry. We
CEO of
got you.
something, okay? As the
You know what I'm
Exactly.
CEO of the
saying? Just
Big
GGS
dog.
employ
Gaming.
us.
You know what I
Exactly.
mean? If you were the new CEO of PlayStation, what would you do? If you could leave it in the comments, make sure you like, subscribe, and share this video with someone, and we will see you next time. We love you.
All right.